Hello everyone, Jeff here for Respawn Studios, back with another collectibles guide for Halo 5 Guardians. This is going to be for the 10th mission of the campaign, which is called Enemy Lines. So very early on in the mission you're going to encounter that keyhole shaped door with the column across it. Before you go in there, drop down to the left, follow the water along, and eventually you're going to run into the collectible. In this mission, the relics kind of look like, I don't know, maybe a Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. They kind of have an unusual shape, kind of like half of an elite sword. For the second collectible, you are just going to now continue into that keyhole shaped door, and on the left at the end of that first hallway is the intel piece. Okay, now we have just come from that staircase from the previous collectible. There's another keyhole shaped door on the left, but first come around to the right side, but hug the left hand wall because you're going to climb these ruins. You're going to have to make a couple jump ups and eventually right here, hopefully not fall down, and there we go. Believe there's 10 intel pieces, and then we are going to get a skull at the end of the level. Alright, so again, for reference sake, that was where we just picked up the last collectible where I had zoomed in, and now we are going to move forward to another keyhole shaped door. And just inside on the right hand side is our next intel piece. There we go, 4 out of 10. Alright, now a little bit further along, you're going to see, I'm showing that's where we came from. This is where we have to go, this keyhole shaped door on the right, but first you can come through this alternate path on the left. There's this darker hallway, and just inside there on the right hand side on the floor is intel piece number 5. You have to go through this area. You could choose to come through this dark hallway or the more well lit area on the right out in the sun. So here we are, continuing from where again we just picked up the previous collectible, just so everyone's on the same page, we know exactly where we are. We're going to head toward this rock formation. You want to come to the back of it, so then you could jump up to it and grab and jump up. And here we go, our next intel piece. Also a carbine there. Okay, so now we are in a huge area where most of our remaining intel pieces are going to be. There's kind of that alien designed giant door. First, we're going to want to come and sweep around to the right, hugging along the wall, and I just zoomed in to show you where we're going. This kind of middle platform is going to have our intel piece. There we go, 7 out of 10. 8 and 9 will be in the same area. Okay, so we're now closer to the door. We are still up top. But now we are going to eventually jump across to there. You're going to want to sprint jump to these ruins here, climb along, and once more sprint jump. When you're in the air, make sure to hit B to use your thruster pack to get across, and this will be intel piece number 8. And then I die. But we got it, intel piece number 8. And finally, even closer to the door now, we're going to want to come underneath the walkways we've been on above. There's going to be a few enemies here if you haven't finished clearing the area. Here we were about to finish the objectives, but wanted to make sure I got all of the collectibles we could find. So here on the right is a breakable door. You're going to sprint and hit the bumper, well, depending on your control scheme, to break through the wall. And just inside this cave on the left is intel piece number 9. And finally, our last intel piece before we go for the skull is in the final area of the mission. This is the Kraken we're going to have to get inside and destroy. First though, you want to take the ship over to the right before landing on the Kraken itself, and hold down the bumper. If you're using default control scheme, you hold down right bumper to go higher, left to get close to the ground. Just make sure you're not going to die. And the little computer right there is intel piece number 10, and where I'm shooting is where we're going to land. So now we have cleared the turrets, we have safely landed. Now, how to orient yourself with exactly where I was right there. From where the ships start, you make just a beeline then toward the Kraken, and that's where I landed and came down the hallway on the left. And we're just going to keep hugging down till we get to the bottom. There's going to be Banshees on both sides of the bottom though, so if you are on the side of Banshees where a tunnel right where I am right now behind me would be sloping downward, that means you're going to want to take the Banshee, take that hallway, continue down until you're at the other area with Banshees. But where I just looked right now, we are already in that area, so it's just a little quicker to do it this way if you enter the lower hallways here. So what you're going to want to do is you need to take a Banshee because you can't quite jump up here. And once you are, there's our skull. Alright, so that is all 10 intel pieces and the skull for mission 10 of Halo 5 Guardians. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with more guides soon.